Hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream. My name is Princess Pearl, and it is an absolute delight to see you as always. We have come to my favorite game in the entire Quest for Glory series. It is time for Quest for Glory 4, the spooky one. Shadows of Darkness. Ready to get right into this. Let's import my character.
Please insert your saved character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for Glory games into the disc drive, so that your hero can make the journey to Quest for Glory, Shadows of Darkness.
Narration from the absolutely delightful John Rhys Davies. And let's import my hero.
The character has been successfully imported. Welcome to Shadows of Darkness.
Yeah. Your character has been imported as a paladin. Only if this is incorrect, indicate your profession below. Otherwise, select continue. I'm a paladin. Ooh, ouch. They have actually bumped up a bunch of my scores from where I left off in the last game. So, but I do have 100 points available to bump things up even further, so I'm going to do that. Let's see, what's kind of low? My strength is okay. My intelligence, nah. Seeing as the level cap of the last game was 300, ooh, I'm not particularly good at anything. You know what? Let's bump my strength a bit. And was accidentally looking at OBS rather than at the screen, the correct window here. Let's bump up my weapon use, bump up my parry, bump up my dodge. Let's just get thrown to that. Oh, because we're only going up by 5s. So went from 299 to 304. Let's see, anything else I want to bump? Vitality never hurts. Okay, so this is also my first stream for December. I just found out that's a thing, watching a stream before heading into this one from Traje. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I honestly don't know. So I'm very excited to have just signed up for that. It's my first Twitch thing. I'm on my way to getting my first my first follower goal, 10 goals of 10 followers. So I'm really hoping that we can get there soon. But let's launch into the game. Last we left off, we had just defeated the demon wizard in Tarna. And then as we were all taking a breath to relax, and everyone was congratulating me and saying how absolutely I, Twinkle Toes the Palladin, am, I started breakdancing and then disappeared. Let's start.
You awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place, the only illumination, an eerie green glow. You've lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
And that really gives you all you need to know about the atmosphere of Quest for Glory 4. There is dread. There is horror. But there's also still going to be that trademark Laurie and Corey Cole goofiness. Also, can't really take anything seriously when this is your look icon. Blah, 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 blah. I think most of the icons are all animated in this game. They're the walkie feet. Grabby fingers. Blah, 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 talky mouth. Let's just take a look at... Oh, thank goodness. For some reason or other in Quest for Glory 3, if I brought up this option window and I so much as touched the mouse, it would go out, so at least I can actually use this stuff.
You have no idea what time it is. Neither sun nor stars shine in these caves, and you feel totally disorientated.
Neat. I don't think I've ever clicked on that before. So as a paladin, it is my job to do what is right, but not necessarily what is lawful. So to be honorable and polite, but not necessarily doing what follows the laws of the land, what other people think, oh, that's just how things should go. So let's take a look around.
You are in a large cave, dimly lit by glowing lichen on the walls. Strange, irregular outcroppings of stone grow from the ground, looking like the skeleton of some enormous beast. Here and there, petrified human bodies seem to grow half in, half out of the floor and walls.
Gross. I love it. I'm so excited to play this one.
You are in a large cave.
Oh, okay. That's the same thing. Oh, and my cursor is now doing something weird. There we go. Ooh. We're walking. We're walking.
This is some kind of altar to the Dark One. The top is covered with sand. Torch holders flank the altar to provide light for nameless rites and unspeakable rituals.
Well, that's a bit of a glitch. Well, an error, because Twinkle Toes here doesn't know what the Dark One is yet.
It looks like a torch, but there doesn't appear to be any pitch or other flammable material on it.
I'm going to take it.
You take the torch. It's a rotted, ancient corpse, half buried in the cave wall. Find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body.
Woo! I'm rich.
A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock, which you take, and some coins, 3 crowns and 13 kopecks. You are in a large...
Is there any other...
You are in a large...
I don't think there was any other things to search here. What I can do, because originally Twinkle Toes was a magic user. There was a glitch. It became a fighter in the second game. And then just through narrative aspects became a paladin. But that means I've still got access to most of the spells. So therefore I can go like this. What? I said... There we go. Points! Oh, love points. And then I'm going to light my torch on the torch.
You light your torch from the one on the sconce.
And now I can walk around with my little light. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. I'm going to be probably in a very singy mood today because I went Christmas caroling earlier today. Which was a lot of fun. But as a night owl, it was kind of bad because I had to be in a different city for 1 in the afternoon.
The valve is bound by magic. Your spell has no effect.
Sorry, I didn't say what I was doing there. I tried to cast the open spell. Okay, I don't have a knife. Huh. Normally, my playthroughs are of magic users, so I'm honestly not sure off the top of my head how to get out of here.
Nothing happens. That didn't... That did... That...
Oh, we're going back over here. Is there something else here, or is this just...
You find nothing... You find nothing...
Oh, another desiccated corpse. I'm able to search this one?
You search
there
the
you go.
desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped on them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck.
Oh, yeah. And that's...
Your attacks have no effect on them.
I thought they did.
It seems to be a kind of stone valve, acting as a door to the passageway beyond.
Huh.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
Ew. Phrases that I don't like.
You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
Okay. Hey, look, some conspicuous weapons. I'ma take them.
You gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner.
If I was a magic user, there would be a sheet there. And if you're a thief, there is a thief sign. I believe this is the first game that actually has thief sign. There's little diagrams around that hint at things you can find and steal and places you can go.
The rough stone altar is covered with dark stains as of blood long since dried to powder. You feel a creepy, uneasy sensation whenever you pass near it. The altar feels strangely warm to your touch, but leaves a deeper chill somewhere within you.
Creepy.
It doesn't say much.
Oh, it doesn't say it. My, you're looking heroic today. Oh, I'm currently carrying 3,419 quarks. The most load I can carry without strain is a load of 10,500 quarks. Neat!
You straighten out your jacket and retie your boots.
Appearances count. It's the same description whenever you use the hand icon on you in... At least they have it in 3 as well. I can't remember if they have it in Quest for Glory VGA 1. When I first got this game, it was actually a glitch, like a bug. I think that we actually had to get... no, I don't think we actually got a... Honestly, I don't remember if we got a patch just for it or not. But you couldn't leave the bottom of the screen. There we go. Oh,
As you approach the exit, you are confronted by 2 flying creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
So, Quest for Glory 4 has a completely different combat system, and I don't want to engage with it, so I've just put this on strategic mode, and the game just fights for me.
In a bitter battle, you are better than the batters. You kick some butt, too. That didn't... It doesn't...
I was just wondering if I could search them. Like, they don't have anything on them, but wanted to see if it had anything to say.
Something deadly lies in wait nearby.
As a paladin, I have danger sense, which is pretty helpful. Well, no, it's really not, because a lot of the times you're entering a room where there is danger. Like, there is clear, present danger. There is a demon wizard with a giant portal to hell. It's like, you feel danger nearby. No kidding.
You can see the entrance to a large cave at the bottom of the pit. You catch an occasional glimpse of a horrid, multi-tentacled monster just inside the cave.
So the vibes of this game are Lovecraft meets Bram Stoker. And I'm here for that. Just, hopefully with slightly less racism. Okay, so we have 4 options. We can take the rope, test the rope, cross hand over hand, or fly across. So we'll go through these, leave the correct answer for last.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm. A rope might be useful, but it's firmly attached on both ends. You think about cutting it loose, but then decide that you may have to come back this way again. It would be nice work if you could get it, but you don't know a flying spell. The best you can do is to levitate, but that just takes you up and down, unless you can find a way to let the wind help you.
So that recognizes that I have the levitate spell, even though I can't use it.
You just barely made it across the pit.
Oh, I should have had my eye icon up to see if I could have looked at that thing. Okay, you know what? I am going to bump up the speed because that walking speed is painful. Whee! Mouth.
You slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws. As the cave mouth closes behind you, you feel a strange warning tingle. There is danger here, although its source is not immediately clear.
Could it possibly be the giant closing mouth? Couldn't possibly be this random woman alone.
You are alive. Only one person has ever walked away from there before. Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you. But I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck. Oh, by the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
Ooh. Now, I played this growing up on the disc version, so I haven't heard all of the dialogue before. This version that I downloaded off of Steam is the CD release.
This symbol looks like a 6-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it. This symbol looks like a mouth with pursed lips. This symbol is a stylized representation of a crossed pair of bones. This is the symbol of blood in the form of a huge carved droplet.
How do you know it's blood? Could be a tear. You don't know.
The archway above the path is inscribed with 8 arcane symbols. You recognize 7 of them. From Arcania 101, no doubt. As the symbols of blood,
then.
bone, breath, essence, heart, the mouth, and the senses. The 8th is new to you. It looks a bit like a 6-tentacled starfish, or perhaps more like a squished squid.
Squished
Something
squid.
about the symbol fascinates and scares you at the same time.
The S's on the recording are really harsh, and you notice just how many S's there are in the narration.
A long crack has developed near the base of the archway, although it still looks stable. This symbol is really abstract. You may have seen it once before, described in an ancient book as the sign of essence, or one's inner nature. This looks like a throbbing heart. This strange symbol is the traditional magic representation of the senses.
This is mine.
The 6-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you carefully store it in your pack.
points.
The icky, greasy, grimy goo flows close beneath your path at this point.
That's fun to say.
The cave mouth looks like the jaws of some horrid creature waiting to chew up and swallow anyone who should be so foolish as to try to enter the cave. Rocks have formed an island within the goo. The icky, greasy...
Okay.
Rocks have formed an island. Rocks have formed an...
Wait, did my health just go down? Rude. Like, am I poisoned? Luckily, I'm a paladin.
Ah,
There we go.
you feel much better now.
Yep, I was poisoned by the batters, and I totally didn't process that. But as a paladin, I have healing magic, so no problem.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
Whee!
A pool of sticky, greasy-looking slime dominates this area below the cave. A stream of slimy goo oozes down the right side, and goo dripping on the path makes it slimy and treacherous as well.
Well, hey, maybe I want to go back again.
The path is incredibly slippery. You can scarcely move on it without falling.
Whee!
This tall standing stone has been carved so that the top looks like a squid is perched upon it. It doesn't look particularly stable.
Oh, really?
A delicately crafted bonsai bush looks totally out of place in a pool of dark, unhealthy-looking goo.
Now, I have to admit, I never solved this game, like, fully
Pool of
unspoiled
sticky,
growing up.
greasy-looking slime dominates this area below the cave. A stream of slimy goo oozes down the right side, and goo dripping on the path makes it slimy and treacherous as well.
Because there was the glitch in that first scene that early scene where you're trying to get, you have to go down and fight the batters. We just couldn't get that to work. And of course, it couldn't possibly been that there was a problem with the game. It was that we were doing something wrong, so we went out and bought the hint book. And I wanted to know so much about this game. I read that thing cover to cover, even though I was told not to. Let's see here.
The stone moves slightly as you push on it, but you aren't strong enough to push it all the way over.
All right, I got to get more beefy.
You can't reach the bonsai from here, and the ledge is too slippery.
Something else, eh? Still a magic user at heart.
That loosened up the rock pile somewhat. You didn't hit it.
There we go. Come to me, my baby.
You blast the rock pile with a force bolt. Your magical lasso encircles the bonsai bush and gently draws it out of the grimy goo. Carefully clean the plant, then put it away.
Mine now.
Your danger sense tingles. You sense deadly danger from the swamp. It might have something to do with the grasping, disembodied arms.
You think? Come on, give me an arm. I want to look at it. Here we go. Woo.
The decayed remains of a human arm claw at you as if to drag you down to share its doom. The heavy odor of decay overwhelms your senses and makes you feel slightly nauseated as you survey this gloomy swamp. Small hummocks of earth and grass rise out of the seething swamp.
All right, let's get going. And then we're out in... Isn't this beautiful? Like, this is what I want forests to be like in real life.
You grab a handful of rocks
Rocks, the most overpowered weapon in the Quest for Glory series. All right. How many do I have? Now, you might think that as a paladin with my rusty sword here, I might be tempted to fight monsters. No, no, no. We shall be pelting them with rocks. Actually, no, while I'm here.
You pick a few of the flowers. The hungry hunting hawk alertly searches for signs of game not already claimed by the forest monsters.
And then one over from this screen. There's the town.
Just past the hill, you can see cultivated fields and a walled town. Tall shocks of corn have been harvested and wait here to be stored for the winter. Some beautiful giant pumpkins are growing in the field.
Should have been playing this game back in October.
One of the tall trees of the forest frames the town gate like a natural archway.
Now that brings up a very interesting question of intentionality, because it just the text says that it was just it just naturally showed up here. But no, there was an artist who decided that.
The villagers have erected a scarecrow to keep birds away from the newly harvested corn. The walls of the town rise majestically above you. Twin towers stand over the town wall, massive silent sentinels over the gate. The bottom of the gully is filled with water from the autumn
storm. Sorry, I cut it off.
Beautiful, out-of-season flowers grow all around the stone monument. Green grass surrounds the monument, heedless of the many feet which trample it daily. The curved staff has a very organic look to it. Its curves seem somehow feminine. You can feel a sense of magical power radiating all around it. The staff feels warm and almost alive in your hand. You hear an eerie voice in your head.
This I must first do. The sacrifice of life for one of love.
You find yourself letting go of the staff very quickly.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomaster. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here.
Since we are a paladin, we've got to do our honorable thing. Great.
The Burgomaster stares at you suspiciously. You tell the Burgomaster about how you came here.
Do you expect me to believe such a story? That you could walk out of that cave alive? That the cave would be open? Tell me no more lies.
I'm telling you no lies. I'm a very truthful boy.
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomaster of this town. Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you. This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way. The sooner you leave, the better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles.
Now, it was very stressful in Quest for Glory 3 that people did not like magic. I couldn't do any of my magic stuff anywhere in either of the two major population hubs, the Simbani village or in Tarna. But in this one, it's not just magic they don't like. They don't like anybody. Oh, you're sneaking. Not in the game, but in real life. My husband's come home and he's brought me tea 'cause he loves me. Thank you. Love you. I got smooches. All right. Onwards with the game.
The Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night. The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you continue with your travels.
I get really weird food rations from there, but I will restock. Thank you very much.
There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset.
Yeah, but I can
Do
fly,
not let
so...
yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it.
I don't speak, so that's fine.
There are many strange and dangerous creatures that live.
Oh, I just clicked that one. Whoopsie.
Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
He's just like the leader of the Mordavian tourist board. He's... Come to Mordavia. We hate you. Now, for some reason or other, if I go inside, we have a completely different conversation.
Are you just sightseeing or casing my place?
Can't it be both? No, it can't. I am Twinkle Toes. I'm the goody two-shoes.
Never have I heard such wild stories before. I am supposed to believe that a prince of Shapir stands before me? You do not look like anything other than a teller of tales to me.
Can't it be both?
To be honest, I do not trust you. What you say of yourself is unbelievable, and what you do around here seems likely to get you in trouble.
With my walking.
If the path was clear, I would ask you to leave Mordavia. As things are, I will be watching you closely.
This game rather nicely mirrors Quest for Glory 1, that the pass is closed, you are stuck here. It doesn't have a giant map. Quest for Glory 2's map is nearly impossibly huge because it's just swaps out. Each room just swaps out like little set pieces to create a new scene. So they didn't have to program hundreds of screens, but still were able to create a desert that covered hundreds of screens. Whereas Quest for Glory 3 had a giant overworld map that just had like the Indiana Jones red line crossing. But it's very tight. It's almost, after being in these last two huge maps, it's almost claustrophobic, which works really well for the story.
The old Adventurers Guild is at the north end of town. It has been abandoned for many years, since we have not had many adventurers who could cross the swamp. Seeing as you are supposed to be an adventurer, here, have a key to the guild door. Perhaps you can find something of use there. To the northwest of town is Castle Borgov. It used to be owned by the Borgov Boyars of Mordavia, but the last Borgov died years back, and no one came to take his place. Some strangers moved in some years back, but they have had nothing to do with the town, and we have had nothing to do with them. The old road road from town used to meet with the road from the castle and head south to the pass. The heavy rains not only created the swamp, but caused so much plant growth you can't see the road anymore. The swamp is a dangerous and foul place. They say that all who ever were buried beneath the earth there now reach up to drag the living to their deaths. I have seen for myself that this is true. Stay far from the swamp if you value your safety.
Which I don't.
There are other things in Mordavia to see and do, but I am not a tour guide here. Go off and see for yourself, but be careful. The gates of the town are locked at night, so be sure to return before it gets dark. It's dangerous to be out after sunset.
But that's where I make my money.
Everyone in Mordavia minds his own business and does not go looking for trouble. You obviously do not fit in well here.
Got it in one.
Stay out of trouble if you have any brains. Stay out of trouble and other people's business, and you and I will get along with one another. Otherwise, you will get me angry. I'm sure you don't want to make me angry, do you?
I wouldn't like him when he's angry. All right, next along the line, the shop.
This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
Not what I thought the voice would be. I had a different voice in my head. Huh.
You're polite, aren't you? Manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say. We'll see. You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
So I have the option to buy equipment here, but I'm not going to do that until I've chatted with her a bit first.
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. Yeah, I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic, of course you'll need garlic. I've also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rusting. And if you like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. And a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
No plastic bag bands?
3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love them. Oh, now garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bulb, and it will add flavor to any food.
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties. My husband always said I make the most interesting sandwiches. They're very good for you, and I only charge 50 kopecks each for them. The shopping bag costs 50 kopecks. It is very useful for carrying your purchases or other large things.
Oh, I remember what that's for now. Okay, yep. It has been a long time since I've played.
A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for door squeaks and can also be used to loosen up rusty wagon wheels.
Or, if you're a thief, can make it so that you are more sneaky.
I can sell you a very nice large pie pan for 250 kopecks. I've always admired the men who can cook. You can purchase the hen broom for 350 kopecks. I'm sure you'll really clean up with it.
Puns! Okay, so I have the option to purchase goods here as well, but I'm not going to do that. Right now I want to finish talking to her first.
Now, what would you like to know about?
Okay, it feels weird to ask about these things because I, as a character, don't know about any of them, but we're here.
Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy.
It does annoy me that the recorded dialogue doesn't match exactly with what's on the screen. That's a pet peeve.
The castle north of town was abandoned for many years. Then some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it won't be for the good, I'll tell you. Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night. You hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here.
Just some casual racism. Because it wouldn't be a H.P. Lovecraft or Bram Stoker knockoff without some casual racism.
That is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
I'll do what I want. Don't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah, my husband and myself had run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he liked it. A well-run shop is a busy shop, he always used to say. Not very busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items
That's not moving.
might interest you.
Also, I just noticed that the knitting animation is not correct. Like, that would be if she was just... Basically, what her hands are doing off screen is just this. Like, if she was knitting, it would either be like this or like this. Interesting things I notice. Doesn't affect gameplay at all. Oh, hi there, King Tut. Very nice to meet ya. the knitting animation budget was small. It's one of those things that's like, wait a minute. I never thought about that before, but I learned to knit since the last time I played this. Like, wait a minute. I know what you're doing there. You're not doing it right. Also, hi, Seagull 2000. Nice to meet you. Alrighty. Oh, I have got my cursor over OBS instead of the actual game window. Alright. Alright, let's do some shopping. Alright. Is there anything that I know I'm going to pick up some rations. Oh, I can't bargain in this game, can I? 3, 4... Let's get 5. I don't need any of the other things yet. Fact-checking through learning to knit. Yeah, well, it's one of those things like when you see something that you know about, like on TV or what, or like if you see someone like, oh, I'm playing video games, and they're just doing it completely wrong, like they're holding the controller incorrectly, or I'm hacking this. I'm in. You know it's wrong, and you pick it out. All right. that's going to be it for now. Because I am a paladin, I'm going to be polite, say goodbye.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all.
I do what I want.
Not enough as it is. If you do find something interesting, you let me know, of course, won't you?
Of course. We're besties. And away I go.
Goodbye. Or, as my dear departed Boris used to say, may the winds blow fair at your beck.
Alrighty. Next.
You've entered a small but nicely furnished country inn. Stairs lead up to the guest bedrooms. The floor is covered with sawdust and peanut shells. The barrel contains the few shells that manage to land in it. The innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance. Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Oh, he just says, thank you for your payment. I didn't mean to click there. I always thought that he was standing on a little stool here, but he's standing behind it. Oh, sneaky. They put say goodbye at the top.
They stare at you in astonishment.
You say you are a hero. Well, we will judge you here by your actions rather than your words. Magic is a very dangerous thing. We do not trust those who use or are used by magic. Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
Let's chat.
The Hotel Mordavia has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in.
Innkeeper's name.
My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn. If you climb the stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset.
I won't be, because darkness is where the fun is.
If you climb the stairs...
Oh, I hit that already. Whoopsie.
Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly to keep out any dangers.
I can fly. It's fine.
The Burgomeister is the mayor of the town. You will be wise to listen to what he says and stay out of trouble.
No. Oh.
There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there. The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many, many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense...
Which I don't.
Neither will you.
Dangers.
There are many ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never have to meet them. Never venture into the forest by night.
Okay, and that's all I have to say to you. But back here we have the farmers.
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours.
That's
I'm
not
a
in there.
farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
What?
Pleased to meet you. I'm an elephant herder. Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia.
What just happened
so
there?
Business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Okay, I knew that the dialogue was a little off, That was very off. Not I am Franz. No, Igor's death must be avenged.
Guys, is it just me or is Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's many places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
I don't think I like the voices. It's good performances, but it loses the snappiness of the dialogue. Like, everyone is friendly, except to strangers or people who are weird. Like, it's just bop, bop, bop. But all of the ad-libbing around it takes away.
Rumors. You talking to me? What rumors?
Oh, there are no rumors here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of.
Yeah, just...
The town of Mordavia is a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Like, no!
I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
Yeah, well, anyway, the town is filled with joyful and stinky people.
Yeah, happy, joyful, and stinky people.
Like, there's no stinky!
I wouldn't call us particularly joyful. As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well. All right, then Mordavia is filled with people. You know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us around here.
Oh, forget it. Well, at least he stinks.
Alright, that's enough of you guys. Read your dialogue. Don't go off script. Okay, goodbye.
The first door at the top of the stairs leads to your room. My wife will serve you
My
supper
wife.
in the evening.
What time is it? Okay, so it is early in the morning. Away, hey, up she rises.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street. Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. A sense of great danger and hunger comes from near the door of the massive stone building. From the hump on his back to his twisted body, this is either the Hunchback of Notre Dame, a mad scientist lab assistant, a gravedigger, or an Elvis impersonator.
One of those is slightly less likely. Just little.
This is a bas-relief of a strange creature. It looks like an octopus with only 6 tentacles. You have a creepy feeling as if it is looking right back at you. There is an indentation near the middle of the shadowed door. It looks like a set of 6 curved spokes radiating out from a central point.
Could it look a little something like this? Yes, it could. Dark One sign. It weighs 2 quarks. Something about this bronze symbol makes your skin crawl. It looks vaguely like a stylized octopus with only 6 tentacles. What else do we got? This simple money pouch contains all the money you have with you. Crowns, 14, kopecks, 18, total weight, 32. Rations. I have 4. Oh, I've already eaten one. Each weighs 20 quarks. These avocado and garlic sandwiches are the strangest adventuring meal you've encountered. Still, they do last a long time and will keep you from starving to death. Of course, you may wish you'd starve to death if you have to eat them too often. Dagger weighs 90 quarks. This is a flat-handled dagger suitable both for close-in fighting and throwing. Rocks. I have 33. Each weighs 30 quarks. Igneous, sedimentary, or metamorphic. You never can remember which is which. Wait, so each weighs 30. That weighs 90. So I have so much more weight in rocks than I do in daggers. Key ring. The ring contains the keys you found during your quest. You have the Adventurers Guild key. My plate mail armor weighs 2,100 quarks. The plate mail armor consists of sections of metal plates welded to flexible chain links for superior protection. You wear leather padding underneath the armor. Shield weighs 720 quarks. The best offense requires good defense. The shield helps keep you alive long enough to do both. Sword weighs 420 quarks. This sword is rather battered and worn. You can't get it to hold a proper temper. Still, it's better than fighting barehanded or even with a dagger. Flint weighs 2 quarks. You have a small gray piece of flint, much like the one described in your famous Adventurer's Survival Course manual in the fire starting section. You vaguely remember something about using flint and steel together. Dark One sign. I read that one already. Flowers weighs 2 quarks. You're carrying a bouquet of pretty flowers. Some magic about them seems to be keeping them perpetually fresh. Magical torch weighs 2 quarks. You light and extinguish the flame on the usual way, but it's obviously magical since it never seems to burn down. Can I extinguish it? Nope. Bonsai bush weighs 5 quarks. This bush was obviously carefully and lovingly cared for until someone located to the goo. It looks delicate and strong at the same time. And that's what I got going on. Oh, I already looked at you. Let's chat. Oh, I should greet first.
It doesn't. The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
Paladin, I gotta keep my good manners.
You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
Also not what I expected the voice to be like.
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild. Town Mordavia, this north part of town. Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there.
I also work the graveyard shift, thus streaming Monday mornings / Sunday nights at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, plugging my own stream in my stream.
Cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there again. Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
What funny man?
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Okay, goodbye.
He looks at you and then goes back to work. This weather-beaten, boarded-up door once sported a painted sign, but you can no longer read it.
Might as well go through the options.
The door is locked. It's completely silent beyond the door. Lock the door using the key the Burgomeister gave you.
Points!
This place appears to have been an adventurers' guild hall at one time. Evidently, there are no more adventurers left in Mordavia. The hall is badly in need of maintenance.
A little paint, some new carpeting, fire.
A finely crafted sword rests within this case, but there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency." The case looks totally solid, as if it was constructed around the sword. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency only."
Hey, I am all alone in a scary
The
land.
case is totally sealed.
I think that's
Can't find
emergency.
any way to open it.
But I'm going to let John Rhys-Davies tell me all about it first.
Are you kidding? You have trouble forcing a mayonnaise jar open, let alone a heavy case. You'll need to build up your strength before you can get through this one.
Rude!
You break open the front of the case. Avoiding the broken glass, you pull out the sword. It looks like a fine quality weapon.
Yay! Do I still have my crap sword? Nope, crap sword's gone.
There are a number of books on the shelf, including Hero Magazine's Golden Guild Guide to Mordavia, Flora, Fauna, and Folklore.
That was the Quest for Glory games, well, at least 1, 2, 3, 4, all came with 2 manuals. One was the guide that said, like, this is how you install the game, this is how the interface works. And the other one is actually for, like, all the sort of lore and the flavor. And the first 3 games was the Famous Adventurers Correspondence School manuals. And the 4th was Hero Magazine.
Which book do you want to read? You read the book entitled Climbing Skills for Upwardly Mobile Adventure.
Oh, I
It's
absolutely
written entirely in
love the
one-syllable
QFG
word,
games.
obviously intended
In
for fighters.
grade
It's
7, I want to say, we had to do
This book
speeches,
teaches you that
and I
climbing
did
sheer
a
walls is
full
best left for
8-minute
specialists,
speech
but that
on the
anyone with
history
reasonable
and
strength
technology
can
of the
climb
Quest for
using
Glory
rope
games.
and grapple.
It was supposed to be 5 minutes.
Pretty sure you know
I
what to do.
lost grades because I talked too long about this game.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, "I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online." Jeez, how cheesy can you get?
In the Quest for Glory games, very cheesy. Oh, you beat 1, 3, 4, and 5 100 times, kid, not 2? What did 2 ever do to you? Or is it just the
Book is all
parser
about
game?
using spells in unusual and creative ways, such as calming a fire, using alternate flame and frost spells to make something brittle and break, and so on. You pick up a number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
Oh, well, you couldn't get your hands on it. It's available on Steam and GOG now. Like that, I managed to pick up like the entire Sierra like catalog as a Humble Bundle a few years back. So that's where I've got all my games. Oh yeah, it is. Well, if you're interested in the game, you can check out my YouTube channel and watch my VOD streams and see what playing it is like. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, all my socials are down there along the bottom, if anyone happens to be interested. I am still fairly new to streaming. I am working on making my way to my first 10 followers. No, yes, it is. It's at princess_pearl_mermaid. Yeah, it's like directly below. Oh, yeah, I tried to get it to go on there on my my Twitch page, and it just would not link up. I think it's because I used to have as a different name, and it just never actually connected. I gotta remember that I will make a note to myself to try and reconnect that after the stream. Okay. Want to take any of the books?
Hey, this isn't a lending library.
Nobody else wants the books. Let me have them.
Nice try. But the bookshelf won't budge. If there's a secret passage around here, it's hidden a different way.
There is, but I'll never find it, because I'm a paladin and I'm a good boy.
This desk holds the adventurer's logbook, a quill pen, and an inkwell.
Got him.
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Oh, hey! That's awesome! You're already following up. Yay! Okay. Let's read the
You
logbook.
read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr and the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly, the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost.
ExoDOS has pretty much every game of this era with all the MT32 emulation where possible and all kinds of fun stuff like that. You just found it so you're nerding out. I might have to check that out, because listening back to a lot of the MIDI stuff is like...
Search for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members.
Gross.
The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book,
So it's got all of the
Piotr
books in
tells that he
digital,
was
the
going
boxes,
to seek
registration
out the
cards.
rituals of the Dark
That's
One
amazing,
and
because
destroy them.
this download doesn't come with
No later
like
entries.
the lore books. It's just the technical stuff, like just what you need to make the game work. So I would love to check that out. I loved reading through Hero Magazine. When we first got this game, our computer wasn't fast enough to actually run it, so we just had the game box sitting there on the shelf for like a month until we could get an upgrade. And I read the Hero Magazine cover to cover like a dozen times, and then I lost it. It fell down between the couch cushions, and when we finally were able to play the game, it's like, what's going on? My dad actually sat me down like, Chris, I need you to tell me what you remember from the book. All right, let's sign the logbook
You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook
with a flourish.
It's almost become a habit by now.
Oh yeah, it was buggy for us as well. Like that first scene where you're trying to get, like I think the heart chamber or something, where you have to go south to get away from the batters. Literally could not leave that screen. So we ended up having to get, we tried getting a hint book to see if we were just doing it wrong or something, but I think we actually ended up getting a patch disc mailed out from Sierra. Okay, what else we got around here?
This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end.
A treasure for me.
Pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
Yes, the pack that I so clearly have. Look at my backpack.
This is either some sort of diabolical device or an exercise machine.
Can't it be
Come
both?
to think
Oh,
of it, exercise machines are diabolical devices.
the game got to the joke before I could.
It's a rare example of the deadly Mordavian moose, distinguishable by its long, fang-like canines. Someone has strung garlic around its neck, probably in hopes that it will stay on the wall.
Pet the moose.
Are you kidding? It would probably bite your fingers off, then suck the blood out of them. You'd better moose out of this one.
My sister was bitten by a moose once.
Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now.
Feel
around in the hole for a bit, then pull out a rabbit. Well, not really.
I didn't mean to click on a hole there. My sister was bitten by a moose once is a reference to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. In the opening credits, for unknown reasons, there are subtitles in Swedish about you having to go to Sweden to see the lovely lakes. And the moose. My sister was bitten by a moose once. The Quest for Glory and Monty Python have a lot of overlap in terms of humor. Thanks very much. Also, Angstchild666, thanks for coming by. Welcome to the stream. Just gonna actually look at the things before I use them,
attached to the ceiling,
so that we can hear John Rhys Davies' sultry tones. Oh, actually, I have almost no stamina right now. I'm not going to climb, but I will have a little snooze.
After some rest, you feel better.
All right. Let's continue adventuring. Work out more later once I've got some potions and things.
You don't notice anything?
I just want to look around.
You don't. The ancient oak has donned its fall cloak, anticipating the winter chill soon to come.
Ooh, poetic.
The old man walks with a slumped back and a sad, dejected look in his eyes. He seems to be searching for something that he hasn't been able to find. You greet the old man.
Good day. Have you seen my Anna?
He's looking for the manual. Oh! Wait, I'm being raided? Oh my gosh! This is my first ever raid! Oh my god! Atomic Dragons of Mars says, Happy December! Yay! I just signed up today! I just found out about it, from a stream I was watching earlier. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm playing through the Quest for Glory series right now. This is perfect. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I'm really excited. I've never been raided before. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love DOS games so much. The Sierra games are my childhood. I played through most of the Quest games so many times. Okay. All right. I'm coming down. Back to the game. Back to the game. All right, let's talk to Nikolai here.
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my Anna?
I have not seen your Anna. I just clicked that.
Anna. Have you seen my Anna?
No, I haven't.
I am looking for Anna. Have you seen Anna?
I have. Oh, I never noticed that before. Yeah, his teeth are really yellow. Ew. I can't imagine. Probably the closest thing they have to a dentist around here is Dr. Cranium, and I wouldn't trust him with my teeth. Atomic Dragons of Mars says, excellent. These games are so much fun to share with people. I've been bumping through the Space Quest games, but don't know much about Quest for Glory. It looks so pretty. Quest for Glory 4, in my opinion, which is, of course, correct, is the absolute best game in the series. The art is gorgeous. The music, it has the most in-depth lore. This is the game that they wanted to make as Quest for Glory 3, but they realized that there was so much sort of danger in the narrative that you wouldn't be a strong enough hero after the adventures you'd had in just the first 2 games. You needed like another adventure just to bump up your skills a little bit more so it would be believable. Oh, John Rhys Davies for the narration, I'm really enjoying. I've never played this with the voices before. We had the disc version when I was growing up, so I'm occasionally very surprised by some of the vocal choices. Whoa. Angst Child 666, you worked on this back in the day? That is amazing! Oh my gosh, my hero! That is so cool! Yeah, absolutely love this game. So thank you. Thank you very much for working on it. You've made my life better because I love this game so much. It introduced me to a lot of horror aspects that I'd never been seen before. It was my first exposure to like Lovecraftian horror. You programmed this room? No way! Gosh, this is so cool. Okay. Back to the game. Pearl. Alright. So I am playing through as a paladin.
Anna? Where are you, Anna?
Oh, poor Nikolai. Oh, yeah, the town stuff, but, I really, did you work on, the puzzles and stuff for here? Because I really enjoyed the callback of the door. Medieval Cthulhu combo, yep. Along with a bit of, vampires, werewolves. It really cool. So, all the sort of the town stuff, very cool. I love how the Dr. Cranium's house really calls back to the Castle of Dr. Brain, another excellent game. Not just in, sort of the appearance, it looks like a face, but also the actual puzzle they put in here. So good. All right. So I should say goodbye.
If you see Anna, tell her I am looking for her.
All right. Speaking of Dr. Cranium. And all the bugs were not on the application programming side, I should mention. Games get rushed and things end up weird. But still, love this game. It's so good. And yes, that was the theme from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh! Bubblegum. Let's take a look around here. Oh, we had a new interpreter in QFG4 was the guinea pig. Oh, neat. That I honestly didn't know.
The bust's eyes seem to follow you as you walk through the hallway. It's a truly impressive, original, multimedia work created out of whitewash and sawdust.
Ew.
It reminds you of a porthole minus the glass cover. So it's definitely not a glass of port.
I think that John Rhys Davies actually just chuckled at that one. He wasn't intending it as a choice. I think he just glass of port. That's funny.
This strange device is labeled Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor.
You recently followed Lori and Corey Cole, but I haven't seen them stream yet. Yeah, I followed them on YouTube. Because I work nights, as you might notice, I am streaming overnight Eastern Standard Time. I don't get to catch a lot of streams live because I sleep when other people in my part of the world are doing stuff. I just looked at that. All right. Looked at that.
There's a sign on the door. It says, "Warning, do not open without appropriate precautions."
Are we feeling precautioned enough? I think we are.
You hear something bouncing around behind the door. A lot of somethings. How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times.
Let's do it. Boing, boing.
Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal.
They got famed Shakespearean actor John Rhys Davies to say, oh no, you've been Antwerped. What was this one? This is the maze, isn't it?
You don't hear anything. There is no response to your knock. Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze.
Welcome to the Transcendental Receiving Animal Processor. You can analyze the creature you wish to capture, then apply the proper bait. If the animal is in the immediate vicinity, the trap will catch it for you. If the animal is not in the area, you'll just have to catch it yourself, but at least you'll know what to feed it. So, you want to identify an animal, right? Yes. Is it bigger than a bread box? You know what, let's do this wrong for funsies. Is it bigger than a bread box? Yes. Right. What's a bread box? Okay. Want to identify an animal, right? Yes. Bigger than a bread box. Apparently the only option is no. Is it smaller than an ant? Yes. It has to be a baby ant then. Try ant impasto. That's the thing. All right. Want to identify an animal? Yes. Bigger than a bed box? No. Smaller than an ant? No. Black and white and red all over? Sounds like a penguin with a sunburn. Use suntan lotion for bait. Okay. I mentioned that QFG4 was my first intro to Lovecraft. Am I still a Lovecraft fan? I really enjoy sort of the eldritch horror aesthetics of it, but I've never really gotten into reading his stories. I was a fan of the H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society. They made a musical of H.P. Lovecraft set to the music of Fiddler on the Roof. So I know a lot about all of the different creatures and the stories, but honestly, I've never gotten around to reading the books. My husband loves them, though. You'll love that it plays 20 questions with you to figure out what you're thinking of. I bet ChatGPT will eventually be this. Oh, I accidentally clicked on OBS, which is showing the same thing as my DOSBox window. There we go. Let's use the right screen. There we go. I want to identify an animal. Yes. Bigger than a bread box? No. Smaller than an ant? No. Black and white and red all over? No. Is it yellow and does it weigh 500 pounds, have wings, and have an attitude? Well, obviously, I want whatever that is. It's a 500-pound canary. Say, here, kitty, kitty. Yes. No. 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 Is it gray and wrinkled and lives in a tree? Yes. Your elephant is psychologically challenged. Pretend you're a peanut. You love Pulp Fiction, but HP's works always felt kind of dry. If I've tried Clark Ashton Smith or R.E. Howard, they're HP's contemporary that also wrote some really fun Cthulhu-adjacent stories. I will have to check that out. Okay. Okay, it's not an elephant in a tree. Is it gray, wrinkled, wears a hat, and says only you can prevent savannah fires? It's the snarkiest little computer. Yeah. I wasn't expecting art. I forgot there was art for that. That's Smokey the Elephant. Leave a fire burning and he'll come. Okay. Yes. No. 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 Also, H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society member and general fan. About a month ago, went to the Lovecraft Film Festival in Portland, so I guess I'm a fan. Very cool. Oh, we are getting to the questions that actually have to do with the Antwerps. But just so that we can keep seeing the option. Does it bounce? No. Does it dribble? Yes. Ah, that would be Kareem Abdul-Elephant. Put a peanut in a basket for him. Just when in doubt, elephants. This thing really wants to catch an elephant. No, 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 no. Okay. Does it bounce? No. Does it dribble? No. Whew! At least it's not an elephant with an overbite. I guess it's like doesn't dribble as in like it doesn't drool. That one was not the best. No, 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 no. No, no. Okay, let's get to the actual things. Does it bounce? Yes. You want an elephant on a pogo stick? No doubt. No. Is it blue, avocado-shaped, and sings Waltzing Matilda? Yes. Oh, can't be an Antwerp, though. Then they can't sing a note. Waltzing Matilda, you'll come a waltzing Matilda with me. Great Wrinkle, does it treat? No. Savannah Fires? No. Does it bounce? Yes. Pogo stick? No. Sing Waltzing Matilda? No. Must be an Antwerp you want. I only threw in Waltzing Matilda to make it tougher. Feed it avocado. Which, of course, Antwerps would eat, considering that Spielberg is basically fantasy Germany, and now we're in fantasy Russia, so of course, avocados. But luckily, I happen to have the avocado and garlic sandwich.
You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway. The trap starts working.
The hero is just a picky eater. He always complains about whatever he's given. Like, this food is very weird, but delicious.
You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
Gimme. Okay, not right now. Can't handle more than one, I see. It's good to know your limits. Okay, give me the Antwerp.
You've caught an Antwerp.
Adventure game heroes tend to be overly fussy dudes. Yeah, because it's funny. Okay.
This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
All right, where do I start? Oop, nope. Oop. Not bouncing far enough. Oh gosh, I'm going the wrong way entirely. Nope. This sort of puzzle I am not good at. Ah. No. No. No, shoot. No, I missed it. Darn it. Yeah, this is, especially when you've got to get it on the spaces in the middle like that. Okay, and ba. Oh, darn it.
Antwerp has found a hole in the space-time continuum and slipped back to the beginning of the maze.
Okay. Okay. Nope. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm doing better this time. Nope, darn it. Nope, nope. So this is not going to be a terribly interesting or interactive part of the stream because I have, like, totally locked in on this, trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. And back. No. It'll probably be better if I remembered to actually use different directions. Eye of the tiger, bitch. Bah. Oh gosh, I'm so turned around. And then... No! Oh, no, wait, I did get it. Oh, but I can't bounce that way, because it'll go out the hole. No! Okay, so it didn't stop me. Alright, so if I turn it this way, then that will be the bottom. That will be the way I need to turn. Okay. Oh, I'm almost there. And then... Yay! Oop. Nope. Wrong. Dang it. I gotta remember to use both directions. Bah. And then I want to use that one. Oh, I'm almost got it. And then that. Shoot, I think it... No! Such a little bounce there. Okay, and then...
Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's
Wonder if the timing was better with the 386, which is what it was designed for primarily. The clock is emulated nowadays, so it might throw off the timing puzzles off. There is also the fact... skill issue. I've never been good at the arcade parts of the games, which is why I love adventure games. There's usually not many arcade parts, and you can, if there are, you can usually just drop that difficulty right on down. Okay, so I now have a key. Whoops, I'm looking at OBS instead of... Alrighty. Ah! Okay. Okay, just... Oh! What? Oh, okay, that was a hint. No. I thought that just solved the puzzle for a second there. Just saying, like, this is what it's supposed to be. Okay, so do I swap? Okay, it's swapping. So this has to go up here. This goes here. That. Oh, no, not you. Deselect. Okay, there we go. That goes there. This goes down here. And of course, this is on the wrong side entirely. That. See, this type of puzzle is more my speed. So it's just the side ones that are wonky now. What's wrong? Okay, so that has to have a red down here. One more. course, this is as far away as possible. Da, 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 da. What else is wrong? Okay, this has to go all the way across. Purple. Chill puzzles rule? Yeah. I am a big fan of all those New York Times puzzles. I think... Okay, that's right. So I need a diagonal... Oh, that... I thought that this was a centerpiece, but it's just... Okay, that... Whoops. I got my switching order incorrect. There we go. That's a centerpiece. This has to go all the way over here. And that's the bottom of that. Oops, nope, you go back there. Go back there. Da. Da, 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 da. We're getting close. This goes up. Oh. This goes up here. This goes down here, I believe. Yay! Success.
Great. You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid. Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
Can you allow me to listen to your awesome theme music, man. This was a slightly different version of this was the theme for Castle of Dr. Brain, and it was amazing. Music's so good in this game. All right, we're being a paladin. We're being polite.
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
Why, thank you.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
He's been the only person that's actually kind of excited to see us so far. Tell about magic.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
So that's the Arthur C. Clarke quote of any significantly advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So you want to look at the brain with eyes?
It's a beaker full of eyes, and they all seem to be looking at you.
Let's take a look around all the stuff.
Some sort of complicated scientific experiment is going on here. Could it be the quest for the perfect cup of tea?
Science that is indistinguishable from magic is insufficiently advanced. Yeah, that is the logical conclusion. But the perfect cup of tea, I continue my quest for that. Delicious. see what else we got.
A contraption looking nothing quite so much as a giant ray gun points towards the operating table.
How do you know what a
Wait
ray
just
gun
a
is?
second. There's no such thing as a ray gun in Mordavia, is there? Dr. Cranium has an orderly personality, so he likes to arrange things in tables. It looks for all the world like a medieval moonshine still. But Dr. Cranium is far too intelligent to drink alcohol, so he must be developing a new fuel or something. You are in an incredibly cluttered laboratory. Flasks, vials, jars, and tubing cover every surface. Experiments are in progress everywhere.
Okay. Anything else to look at?
Even mad scientists' labs need fireplaces to keep warm in this climate. These are bottles of chemicals Dr. Cranium uses in his experiments.
Let's chat. Ask about name.
My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Mordavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
Super genius.
Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
So, what potions do you have?
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
Me. You wish you got to meet John Rhys Davies when he was in the office recording, but alas. Yeah, I don't think I would have been able to deal with that. I've just been like, hi. No work would have been done. No work would have been done if he was in a place where I worked.
Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one.
Oh, why thank you.
Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for the main ingredient.
Feel like he's accusing you directly when you suggest more diet and exercise? Look, I'm eating avocado and garlic sandwiches and occasionally using a stair stepper and fighting monsters. Oh gosh. We have entered the copyright protection, which I don't have up right now. Wait, I'm actually on my computer. I can use the big internet. One moment, please. Mexicalish? Quest for Glory 4. Okay, so the way that this worked is that you had to combine the elements that he was asking for. There are 4 elements, naturally: fire, water, air, earth, and pizza. Though some believe that there are only 4 elements and that fire isn't a real element. Let's see. So Mexicalish. Fire, earth, pizza, fire, pizza. Fire, earth, pizza. Fire, earth, pizza, fire, pizza. Fire, earth, pizza, fire, pizza. Fire, earth, pizza, pizza, fire, pizza.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Sensational scientific solutions. That's just a fun way. Yeah, you totally forgot about that. Yeah, I was not prepared for that. So I did not have things up and ready to go. Bad streamer. All right, let's get all my windows up correctly again. All right, poison cure.
Oh, You must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Oh. Okay, and we're Noxipew. Luckily, there is only one for each letter. So, Noxipew, air, fire, earth, air, earth. Air, fire, earth, air, earth. Air, fire, earth, earth, air, earth.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Empty flasks?
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Experimentation?
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Yay, pizza!
Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
Dang it, now I want pizza.
A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result.
Yay!
It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil.
Most importantly,
pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese.
You don't remember the Coles eating a lot of pizza, to be honest.
Extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
But pizza, so good. Okay, I already asked about experimentation, so I got through everything. Okay. I've got a lot to talk to Dr. Cranium about.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that?
What? Shocking.
It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As
the Wizards Institute of Technocery.
You find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, yes. It was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
I forgot about that spell, but as soon as it said it, I was like, oh, right, I remember what that's used for. It's all coming back to me now.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work.
What is Igor's business?
Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action.
I think this probably predates the term the Darwin Awards, but I'm honestly not sure on that.
Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business.
Wah, wah.
You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not.
I think I would. I think I would indeed.
The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments.
Oh, really?
There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
Cryptic, eh? Wink. Possibly there is something to do with a crypt. Oh, right, he asked about the fluid, Igor, the fluid.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
All right, then.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
Tea mentioned. Delicious.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
More importantly,
the one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Spearmint and beefsteak? Now, does he mean beefsteak as in, like, a steak from beef, or as in a beefsteak tomato? Either way, weird, and I don't want it.
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results.
Lab equipment.
I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory.
If he's trying to make the perfect cup of tea using beefsteak, I think he can guess where the problem's coming from. Yeah, like, gotta start with your research first. Steak does not make good tea. Although actually, beef tea is a thing in the UK. It's also known as, basically, it's a cup of broth, and it's delightful on a very cold day. But yeah, that's technically a beef tea, but not with spearmint. No. Laboratory. Mad scientist.
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
You sure about that? You sure? All right, that's enough. And did I introduce myself? I don't remember. I'm going to do it.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most
Oh, yes, I did do that. Okay. Never mind then. Goodbye.
You say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out.
Don't tell me what to do. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong window again.
Come back and visit again.
Bye-bye.
Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
All right. Onwards to glory. Perhaps on a quest for glory.
This doorway leads to a private residence.
The only one in town. Well, I guess Dr. Cranium's is technically a private residence. FYI, if I do get Exodus, you can just copy save files over. Very handy. Yeah, using DOSBox, it was very much a case of like, okay, I have to like dig through, like, where did this actually save? Like, dig through those Steam files and stuff. Play this with MT32, etc. That I might look into. Just like, In case you couldn't tell by the way I was bopping through that entire scene, I love the music in this game, but the sound blaster is can be a little shrill. Okay. Exodos is just a project. It does run a boss. Oh, okay. I will have to take a look into that. Maybe I can get a little bit of an upgrade for the next stream. Get the good stuff. I was very proud of myself. I figured out how to install the enhanced version of QFG 3 for my last streams. So it had some bug fixes, it had the better music, and it replaced some deleted scenes. Get the light version unless you want to download 600 gigabytes. Gigabytes? That's not a word. Gigabytes. Yeah, my slow connection probably wouldn't be a great idea. So I will definitely take a look into that. That sounds like fun. Oh yeah, the theme. Yeah, ta 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 ta. Hold space for the Quest for Glory theme. Thank you very much. All right, what time is it? Very important to know. Okay, it's getting towards evening, but I think I've got some time to go for a wander. Doesn't this work on ScumVM? There's a few ScumVM hackers who are Decemberists, and I thought they put some work into making this work well in ScumVM. To be perfectly honest, I've never used ScumVM, so I don't know much about it, but maybe someone else in chat will. Come on. Just trying not to click outside of my window here. Let's take a look.
The ground bears a rich carpet of fallen leaves as the trees prepare for winter's annual assault.
Poetic.
You're in the northwest corner of the forest. To the north, you can see the castle gate and the end of the road. While the road is now badly overgrown, you can tell that it once led to the east as well.
Well, let's head up this way. For reasons. Hey, look, a castle.
A heavy gate blocks the way to the winding road. Far in the distance, you can see a majestic castle.
Welcome to Mordavia. It's nice to have some fresh blood around here. We so seldom see strangers.
Your computer dope, so ScumVM is just way easier for you than DOSBox. It just works. I'm afraid that I don't have a shiny enough jacket to claim that things just work. He's doing an amazing Boris Karloff impression. Yeah, well, I believe his character name is actually Boris, so...
It is so difficult to get past the swamp which blocks the pass to and from the valley. We haven't had a stranger here since the rains created the swamp several years ago.
Tell about myself.
You've obviously done quite a lot for one person.
Yeah, I've done like 3 whole adventures.
To see what you do around here.
What's your name?
I am Boris Stovich.
Oh my goodness! Stovich, like the shopkeeper? Shocking!
This is the castle of the Boyars, the title of the rulers of Mordavia. It once belonged to the Borgov family for generations, but the last Borgov has been dead for many, many years.
Let's ask about Mordavia.
Mordavia is the name of this valley and of the town. Even the inn is called the Hotel Mordavia. The name means Dark Valley.
Valley.
The heads of the Borgov family were the Boyars of Mordavia for ages. The last Borgov disappeared at the time of darkness. No one knows what became of him.
I'm just thinking, listening to this voice, I know he's doing a Karloff impression, but honestly, I'm just swapping out here because I am going to look up who did this voice because it sounds a bit like Tony J. Is that right? Boris Stovich, voice actor, Quest for Glory 4. Do. Does it say? From the Quest for Glory wiki, just the background of the character. Doesn't say anything about the voice actor. Voice cast. Let's see. Oh, no. Stupid ads scrolling randomly. Let's see. Boris. Jim Cummings. Oh my gosh, it's Winnie the Pooh. It is voiced by Winnie the Pooh. I knew it was familiar. Winnie the Pooh. Darkwing Duck. Oh my gosh, who else has he been? The singing voice of Scar in The Lion King. The singing voice of Rasputin in Anastasia. Yeah, Jim Cummings. Oh, that's funny. Okay, back to the game. Focus up, Pearl. You can do this. Oh, gosh. Whoa, it's doing weird things now. Time of darkness.
It is bad luck to even speak of the time of darkness.
You can do it anyways.
Mordavia was a safe and lovely land before that time. Much has changed since then, and for the worse.
Whoa, what is happening?
Boyars are rather like barons of other lands. They own the castle and protect everyone within their domain.
Whoa, we're just having like a seizure warning. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but the game's still working. It's just flickering a lot.
The heads of the Borgov family were the boyars of Mordavia for ages. The last Borgov...
Oh, I already asked that one, didn't I? Mm-hmm. Who lives in castle?
I'm not certain who all lives in the castle. I so seldom see anyone from there. There's the master, of course. Then there's the strange foreigner. There's also the master's daughter, I believe. And some rather strange guards. Beyond that, I really can't say.
Like, it's literally your job to be in charge of who gets in this place. You don't know?
I haven't actually seen the daughter, but I know the master is quite proud of her. The master desires privacy, and I respect that wish. As I always say, the will of the master is the shall of the servant. I wrote that.
Okay, didn't like the farmers ad-libbing, but I will forgive you, Jim Cummings, for that little, I wrote that.
He is an unpleasant sort, with a short beard and moustache, and a funny hat. He is rude when giving orders, and he has the habit of staring.
Jim Cummings is one of the greatest voice actors. He can do a voice like this. He can be totally menacing as Scar or Rasputin, and he's also Winnie the Pooh. Like, that is range.
I have only caught glimpses of them occasionally, but I don't think they are quite human. No matter. If a man does a good job, then whether he is a man does not matter.
Okay, something else. I've been through so many menus at this point, I don't remember what I've asked.
I I am the...
Okay, yeah, that was the last thing. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa. Whoa, what are you doing, game? Nope. I am in control here, not you. No. Whoa, okay. Weird stuff's happening. There we go. Oh, nope, not quite. Give me full range of the... What is happening? There we go. Okay, I can move the cursor all over the screen again. We're good. Okay. Fun with emulation. Okay.
This...
Okay.
This is the castle of the Boyars, the title of the rulers of Mordavia. It once belonged to the Borgov family for generations, but the last Borgov has been dead for many, many years.
The way he says it sounds like he killed him. Okay, that's one I've asked. Town.
The town of Mordavia is to the east of here. Turn to the east as you leave and continue until your way is blocked by rocks. Then turn north and you will find the gates of the town.
All right. Bye.
Farewell, and may you find whatever you seek. Goodbye, young man. May the fireplace be warm and the drink cold at your journey's end.
Yay! Oh, I love this game. Oh, the snakes on the gate? Yeah, there's so many neat little artistic flares in this. I remember several years back, like 15, maybe even 20 years ago now, one of the original paintings for one of the closer to the end game scenes, which I won't spoil what it was, but it was found at a garage sale, and all of the adventure game forums I was on at the time, we were all going nuts for it, because just to have a piece of art like that would be so cool, because it's all so beautiful. Like, look at this. This is gorgeous. I would put this up on my wall. So it's probably getting quite late now. What time is it? Yeah, it's pretty late. Let's go have some dinner. Oh, it's quite late. The farmers aren't even here anymore.
You get a fine meal of roast lamb garnished with red cabbage. Oh, and liberally flavored with garlic.
Delicious. I think I actually have to manually eat it.
You straighten out your...
You straighten your jacket and retie your boots. Appearances count. Did I eat my meal? Where's my meal?
You straighten... That...
My, I'm looking heroic today.
It's an anti-gravity machine. Well, maybe not exactly, but it does keep food and drinks from falling to the floor.
You know, it's not wrong.
So you are back.
We call them tables on my home planet.
The innkeeper nods at you.
All right. Let's head up to my room. First door on the right.
You unlock
because
the door to
there
your
are
room.
no doors on the left. That is called a balcony, and if I try to go to the left, I will fall to my doom. Now, I could have bought some garlic at the store, but this is an option.
You take a clove of garlic in case you meet an Italian chef somewhere.
So I got my little chest.
This large chest is a good place to store equipment you don't need to carry around with you.
I'm very strong. I will carry my equipment. Oh, I guess it's not quite evening.
After some rest, you feel better. After some rest,
There we go. Now it's night. Or not.
After some rest, you feel better.
Oh, I just saw most of it. The art was thrown away in a dumpster during Chainsaw Monday when they closed Sierra and Oakhurst. Oh, that's up there with the MGM when MGM moved their studios. They just threw out so many parts, like the props and things that they got, that they decided we don't want these anymore because collecting film memorabilia wasn't really a thing yet. So a lot of the stuff from The Wizard of Oz in particular, that's the stuff that I know about, was actually like claimed out of dumpsters and things. Things like the ruby slippers, the lion costumes, it's pure chance that they survived. And in fact, nothing to do with adventure games, nothing to do with this game, nothing to do with anything, but a pair of ruby slippers went for auction and sold for like $20 million or something recently, which is insane. Anywho, back to the game, and I can sleep until morning.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
I kind of want to embroider that on a pillow. I think that would be cute.
Ah, so you are back.
From the room I went into 8 hours ago.
It's a typical country breakfast. Fried beets and sausage with garlic for a garnish.
Da, 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 da. You have anything new to say? I don't think you do. No, nothing new.
Now the table's helping to keep you off the floor as well. That didn't do anything. You straighten out your...
Appearances count.
The barrel serves as a repository for peanut shells, even though relatively few elephants stay at the inn these days.
Can I get any peanuts? I don't remember.
You better not do that. Your hand might get stepped on by
Whoa!
an elephant.
Oh, hello! Hello! Okay. I've never had raids before. I've had 2 so far in just this stream. Oh my goodness, hello, raiders! This is amazing. Hi, from Moosey Fate 1. Yay! Thank you so much for coming to visit. My name's Princess Pearl. I'm playing Quest for Glory 4. I absolutely love this game. Happy December from your mom. Your mom? You chose that name just to make people say that, didn't you? Thank you so much for stopping by. You chose it 20 years ago? Yeah. Okay, it did make me laugh. It did make me laugh. The long play. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye to the innkeeper.
The innkeeper nods at you.
Thank you so much for stopping by. This is my first official December stream because I didn't know about it before like 3 hours ago.
It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
You once showed up in a stream where the person's actual mom was in the stream. Oh, it's your first official December stream as well? Fantastic! What were you playing? Because you were just too busy earlier? Life gets in the way. Okay, let's greet the Burgomeister.
What is it
Oh, Rogue! Oh, I played that on Atari ST. I never got very far. I got like 10 levels down, and then I'd be slain by an ostrich or something. But yeah, Rogue is like, that is absolute classic. When there is an entire genre of games named after it. Atari ST, it barely had graphics. It was like a still sprite that would just boop, 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 boop. If you zoomed out, it would still go back to just letters and numbers and things for all of the monsters. You have 8 scores in your file. They're all like level 1 to 3, except my last 2 runs were level 10 and 13. Wow, that's amazing. Like, we got to the game from a flea market. So there was, I don't know if they were old saves or if it was just like placeholders, but it said like, oh yeah, someone got down to the bottom level and wait, what? I just made my follower go as well. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this is like the best stream I've ever had. All because Quest for Glory 4. Best game. Best game. Atomic Dragons, thank you so much for following. I really, really appreciate it. Because now I get myself a treat. Yeah, I don't remember what the actual numbers were at this point, because this was like 30 years ago. Ooh. Ooh. You forgot to follow early? Hey, you followed now, and I really, really appreciate it, because now I get a treat. I haven't decided what treat I'm going to get. That would be important. I want to get something to improve my streams some more, but I don't know what. So I will have to think about that and be back to you all next week. Let's chat about some things to the Burgomeister.
This town was quiet until you arrived. I am keeping my eye on you.
Keeping my eye on you. People were saying they played like 30 years ago, and even 30 years ago, the game would have been 14 years old. Yeah, well, like, my Atari ST journeys, we had it when I was literally an infant. Then we had a roof leak, which burned out something in it because it got wet. We got a replacement part at a flea market when I was like 10 years old or something, along with like hundreds of discs of all sorts of random things, including a lot of the SCI Sierra games. So it had King's Quest 2, 3, and 4. I think we had a Space Quest in there. But yeah, there's all sorts of stuff, and some weird games like a Star Trek spoof that could never get past like the third screen because it had a text parser, and there was something it said, there is a tank in this room, and I could never figure out if it meant like a fish tank or like a drivable tank like a Panzer, with one of those text adventure games where there's just a static image and then a place to type rather than a 3D Sierra adventure sort of thing. So bad at text parsers that they can be hard, especially if they're not very clear about like, these are the types of words that are available. Okay, let's ask about the castle.
Castle Borgov is north of the town. The last of the Borgov family left this valley years ago.
The valley.
Now it is inhabited by some cousin. The people of the castle do not bother this town. I suggest strongly that you do not bother the people of the castle.
I'll do what I want, 'cause I'm a hero.
It used to be that the only monsters around here were the occasional wyverns.
Just
Now,
occasional
there are
baby
very
dragons. It's fine.
dangerous things in the valley. It is safe only within the town gates.
Oh, yes, that's so sound. There was a King's Quest game where you had to prune the tree, not cut, not trim, but prune. Oh my gosh, that is such a King's Quest type thing. And now I'm just having flashbacks to not Rumpelstiltskin, the backwards, upside down version of it. Oh my gosh. Atomic Dragons, you've been playing Space Quest and love the format of parsers. Feel like it's a really cool way to interface with the game and really inspires creatively. But goddamn, do they get picky. Yes. If you don't have exactly the right turn of phrase, just like, nope, try again, try again, try again. You don't need to use the word whatever in this game. Your mom, I have been unofficially trying to keep track of what games are getting played in December, and the Quest for Glory scenes are up there. They're so good. It's so much fun. I love them. So I mentioned to some of the people who were here earlier in the stream, but when I was like in grade 7 or so, I did a speech on the Quest for Glory games that were out at the time. It was only 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 was in development at that point. I was supposed to talk for 5 minutes. I talked for like 7 to 10 because I couldn't stop because I was so obsessed with these games. Okay, let's ask about monsters.
It used to be.
Oh, I already asked about monsters. The problem with chatting with you all is I forget what I've done.
Dr. Cranium is an idiot and a madman. If you are wise, you should stay away from him.
Okay. Moose Fate, you're no scorn for the parsers. You just don't think you're a good match. Like, hey, they are hard. And like some of the creators, like especially Roberta Williams, thought that like, yes, the whole point is for this to be impossible because you're going to be buying one game every like a year because they cost like $90. So you want to have as much playtime on that game as possible. Like maybe a whole 10 hours. Like 4 or 5 hours if you're doing it right. But you want to get as much playtime as possible out of that game. I know so much about these games. Why don't you see me in retro streams? Honestly, because I am a bad streamer and I don't watch a lot of Twitch. And when I do watch, I don't chat much because by the time I have typed out what I want to say, we're on a totally different topic and I'm just like, okay, I'll be quiet now. But when I'm doing the streaming, I can talk like crazy. Let's ask about the old man.
Nikolai is an old man and easily confused.
Me too.
His
well, I'm not an
wife
old
has
man,
been
but I'm
missing
easily
for
confused.
Years now. He cannot face the fact that she's gone.
Romance. Woo! Oh my gosh, my chat is actually scrolling. Scott Murphy didn't want to move away from the parser. He was kind of forced by everybody. Just use the December tag to find people. Yeah, I just found out about it like just before my stream. I was watching... what is her name? Traje? I think that's... I know it when I see it, but I can't remember how it's actually pronounced. And she just said, and we're streaming for December. Like, what is this? This sounds like exactly my flavor of thing that I want to watch and be involved. What your mom said. What your mom said. Tauje? I don't even know how to actually pronounce that, I'm afraid. But I do watch her streams. I usually watch her for a while before I go live myself. Sunday nights to Monday morning, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. You're gonna clip and send it to her? Thank you. Okay, I'm fangirling a little bit. I really enjoy her streams. I do manage to talk in hers sometimes. A link to the Dawsember Discord. To be honest, I don't even have a Discord account. I don't know how to use Discord. I'm an old lady. So I don't know anything about Discord, so I can't help with that. Dawsember.com, there'll be a link there. Well, actually, I think I still have that up. Let me just... You can sit there and watch the Burgermeister blink. Dawsember. Do. Okay. Home. Doodly-doo. Do. Okay, I can't find the media kit, maybe? Oop, nope, that's downloading stuff. That's not what I want. About? About sounds promising. Well, at the very least, I think I can do this. Do. Oh, King Ted, thanks very much for posting that link. Yeah, it's... I just found out about it today. I'm... Like, this is exactly up my alley of what sort of thing I like to watch, so I will be following a lot more things now. Okay, we've done talked to the Burgermeister enough. We've talked all of his things. There's some community events and such in the link, and there's a scroll of all the people streaming with Dawsember tag as well. Angstchild says, I guess Dawsember is the best time to watch everybody play old Sierra games then? It seems like. It's real.
Try not to make a nuisance of yourself.
No promises, Dimitri. Yeah, I saw on the page that they started off the month with 250 streamers, which is incredible. Darn it. I'm getting so wound up I clicked on OBS instead of DOSBox, which would be important for playing my DOS game. All right, let's go adventuring. Oh! Moosey Fate, you were clicking off DOSBox constantly. Yeah, the problem is I have both OBS and DOSBox up, so I keep on looking over at the stream on OBS and thinking yes, this is the screen where I maneuver stuff, and it's not. I've only got the one monitor, so. Oop. Come on. You know what? Let's head over to the cemetery. Because that's a cool set piece. Oop. Bird nearly flew into
The majestic mountains in the background provide a beautiful contrast to the grim gravestones and crypts of the cemetery.
Ooh. Spooky.
2 spare coffins await their customers here. Apparently Igor has finally managed to get ahead of business.
Oh, so you made a screenshot of all the rogue commands, but had to click on it to read it and then forget to click back. It's yeah, that sounds like a... that sounds like something that I would do as well. You haven't seen the Burgermeister screen in 25 years, so thanks for the Hey, no problem.
The inscription on this headstone reads, Michael Med bumped his head in another man's bed. Now he's dead. Rest in peace.
Poetry.
This headstone reads, Onodare Pasha Sperry spent the night in the cemetery. Something gave him such a fright that now he sleeps here every night.
I like that one.
This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains."
Zeus must really have something against these dead people. Yeah, just endlessly smited for eternity.
Here lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave. Here lies the spirit of Barney Blue. To his lover was untrue. So she knew just what to do. Fixed herself some Barney stew. Here lies the body of Carrie Nation, who answered a vampire's invitation. Now there's cause for lamentation. It was a fatal recreation. Arkan
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Walked at night. Arkan saw his final sight. Now the question seems to be, what in the world did Tenna see?
That pun was bad. One of my, I believe, this might just be like family lore and not actually true, but apparently one of my ancestors had a grave that said, I'm not using the exact names here, but here lies the grave of Sarah Jones. Nothing left here but her bones. Her name was Smith. It wasn't Jones, but Jones was used to rhyme with bones. You get feeling angry when you cheated on, but cannibalism seems like kind of extreme response. Hey, he's never gonna do it again. Oh.
A heavy stone door seals off the Borgov family crypt. A relief carving on the door shows the crest.
Thank you, your
the
mom.
house of
Phrase is
Borgov.
not often said. A lightning storm. Reserved exclusively at this location. Can I see it? Oh, that's pretty.
Wildflowers bloom with the autumn weather.
It's so pretty. This game is just lovely. I haven't played this game in forever, but I still remember where things are. Not everything. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going for a wander right now because I need to find some monsters to kill. But just look. Oop. There we go. I've got the strategy mode on because I don't want to deal with it. I got knocked down by the bunny? I'm so beefy.
The cute, innocent, well, maybe not exactly, little bunny has been viciously slaughtered and now looks like a roadkill.
Bunny
There's
combat.
absolutely nothing in the little rabbit's fanny pack. Well, maybe a pocket watch, but you don't need one of those.
Why does the rabbit have a fanny pack? The killer rabbit of Carbanog, a.k.a. the Vorpal Bunny. He's got nasty, sharp, pointy teeth. Also, since I've got so many people hanging out here, please let me know if there's anything weird going on with the sound, because I never find out until after I've done the stream. I did one stream once. I streamed for like 2.5 hours. My sound wasn't going out at all. Sounds great? Yes. Go team me. I think the Leshy's over this way and then down. Nope. I'm a liar. Ah, but here we have.
These bushes look as though someone planted them here deliberately.
Actually, you know what I haven't done at all yet? This might be a good idea. Cardinal rule of Sierra games. Save early, save often. Mushy.
The bush won't budge. It's almost as if it were welded to the spot by magic.
Magic, you say? Let's see. That's the one I want. Detect magic.
An enchantment has been placed on the hedge to the west.
So this character, for those who came to the stream a bit later, in Quest for Glory 1, I started off as a magic user. And just for funsies, towards the end of the game, I had so much money that I bought the plate mail armor. When I brought the character over to Quest for Glory 2, something in the code went, hey, you've got armor, the plate mail armor, you must be a fighter. So I just completely lost the ability to be a magic user. But at the end of Quest for Glory 2, if you're honorable enough in little goody two-shoes like I am, you end up becoming a paladin. So now I'm a paladin, but I've got like all the spells. Except for Dancing Lights, I think. No, that's Dazzle. Okay. So, let's see. Is this trigger? No, that's Zap, Calm, Flame Dart, Fetch, Force Bolt, Levitate, Reversal, Lightning Ball, Glide, and that's my healing because I'm a paladin. Where's trigger? That's trigger. Magic. I'm louder than the game, but I probably should be. I'm louder than a lot of things, unfortunately. So did I do the selling mushroom tactic in QFG 1? Yes, I did. But after I got the dispel potion, I think, I didn't realize it locked you out of it, so I was like carrying around 100 mushrooms or something for the rest of the game. You aim to have your bar in the yellow and the game to be like barely hit the yellow and nobody complains? For the most part, I think that's where I am, unless I'm getting excited and then I bump up to the red. I think I need to get a filter or something to keep that for totally topping out. But I'm still learning.
Every sense tingles with the feeling of danger. The eye sockets of the skulls glow with deadly energy. Even the hut looks hungry.
OBS has built-in filters, which is it is what I'm using. A bit complicated, but they're there. Yeah, I just have to remember to actually try and set stuff up before I'm about to go live, which is always when I remember this sort of thing. So who knows, maybe if y'all come back next week, the sound will be even better. Let's be creepy. Unnecessary. They didn't need to make that. QFG was honestly way ahead of the curve. Absolutely. Like, if you think back to to other RPGs that were coming out in the 80s, Quest for Glory 1, as far as I'm aware, was one of the first to actually have a lot of the survival mechanics. Like, you had to eat. You had to sleep. You couldn't just sleep whenever you wanted to. You had sort of like a tiredness. If it got too late, even if you'd been like sleeping in little chunks, like, no, you're exhausted. It's after midnight. It's time for bed. And that's just something that doesn't exist in lots of RPGs. You have to, I should probably, if I'm just chatting, I should probably not let time be passing. So if you, so all of those survival elements, a lot of them don't exist in other RPGs. Like, it'll say, yeah, a day passed, but you don't need to sleep. Like, in the Fallout games, never slept. Even in, like, Baldur's Gate, which, these games came out way later than Quest for Glory 1. They don't have those survival mechanics. Even though they're based off, Baldur's Gate was based off of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, obviously, which does in fact have, I think it did have, it has sleep mechanics because you have to be able to take long rests and stuff to regain your magic. But if you're not using up your magic, if you're not hurt, it doesn't make you sleep. You don't need to. So that is a mechanic that's really interesting that doesn't exist in a lot of other RPGs at the time. Also, for those of you who are new to QFG, let me actually just show you my skills. Because this is also really cool. And of course, all of the ones, I've tried to point at my screen with my hand. That doesn't help you guys. All the ones that are red, these have improved from what I started at. Next time I look at the screen, if they haven't improved, they won't go up. But I haven't checked this since the beginning of the stream. So, along this side, these are sort of my attributes. So, everyone's going to have these: strength, agility, vitality, luck. Magic not everybody has, but it's sort of something that's innate to the person. It's not something that you could learn in communication. Whereas on this side, these are skills. So these are things that can actively be trained. Like, I didn't start off the game with any climbing skill, but I read a book and I learned how to climb. In Quest for Glory 3, if you're a thief, you can talk to the rope seller and he will teach you acrobatics. So as you actively do things, you get better at individual skills. So as I fight, as I throw, as I do physical activities, my strength improves. If I do hard puzzles, my intelligence improves. You got a 300 in throwing too, but only when I'm angry. Throwing is so overpowered in Quest for Glory 3. You can kill just about anything just by throwing a lot of rocks at it. As a kid, you always did thief and used your 100 points for magic. That is an excellent way to go, because why? You're a thief with an open spell? Absolutely. That is the best way to go. It's also, I believe, the current meta of speedruns as well, because it's just the most efficient way of doing anything. You can avoid most fights. You can easily get into anything. But I'm a little goody two-shoes. I like being a good guy, so I don't like playing thief. Though it does have... I do love the sort of thief storyline in this game, but I love all the storylines in this game. It is the best one. I love this game so much. All right. But yeah, this is what my hero is like right now. I'm not terribly good because normally when I play for myself, I do a lot of grinding, but that's kind of boring to watch on stream, so I didn't get my skills up as high as they should be. When I imported my hero, it bumped up a lot of my skills just to be at the baseline for this game.
No one seems to be listening.
Go back or face thy doom.
Thy doom.
Hey, wait a second. Don't I know you from somewhere? Yeah, you're the guy that turned Baba Yaga into a frog.
It's me.
So what are you doing here? Trying out for the part of soup du jour or auditioning for the main course?
Greet the skull.
Yeah. Good to see me again, I know. So what do you want?
He is Murray, the talking demonic skull. Wait. Wrong game publisher. That's LucasArts.
Don't remind me. I thought I was gonna be left behind when the hut flew the coop, but Baba Yaga picked me up later. You sure made her mad.
Yes, I did.
She's back to her old self, if you knows what I mean. Other than a craving occasionally for flies and a distaste for frog legs, she's the same as ever.
Hi, Dolce. Nice to see you. I was in your stream earlier. Thanks for letting me know about December. Yes, I have already visited the Burgermeister, but we can go back and talk to him again later. Ask about Skull.
Call me Bonehead. I'm just hanging around like always.
Ask about Danger.
Danger? Around here? Nah, must be your paranoia acting up again. This place is as cozy and safe as a coffin.
With my demonic power, I shall roam the land. Roll, Murray? Okay, roll! I shall roll across the land, spreading chaos and destruction. Ask about Hut.
You can see for yourself that the hut's okay. Took it a bit to settle down from the last flight, though.
Ask about the Rhyme.
You mean the hut of brown now sit down sort of thing the last time you was by? Well, that don't work anymore. Just go up to the hut and it'll squat and let you in, if it wants you in.
I wonder why they decided just to say, like, no, that isn't a thing anymore. There's no reason why I couldn't have still had to say it.
Not bad at all. I has to admit, you gave me a real gem.
Puns. Okay, bye.
See you around. Don't come back unless you got a reason to be here.
Don't tell me what to do. Do. So we are wandering. We are looking for monsters. Probably only going to be bunnies at this point. Because there's also difficulty scaling in this game. When you're soft and squishy, like I currently am, I just get soft and squishy monsters, like the Vorpal Bunny.
There's something strange about this bush. Maybe it's the eyes. Oh, forget it. It's probably just an ordinary, everyday bush with blood-red berries and tentacle-like branches.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Just...
There's something strange about this bush.
Okay, so it's just the same.
Maybe it's the eyes.
Just look at his little eyes. He's so cute. Little baby. Pat, pat, pat. Okay, you know what? Gonna save again. I might as well resave over Bushy because it's the same thing. You're also a huge fan, Rusalka fan in this game. Do you know about Trans So Far Games? Lori and Corey Cole stream. I haven't actually watched any of their streams, but I do follow them on YouTube and watch the VODs occasionally. I'm a bad little Twitch streamer and I don't watch an awful lot of Twitch, but I do tend to watch your streams because you have streams right before when I go. So, thank you. Okay, so I'm saved. I can do whatever I want. Reality doesn't exist.
That's not a great idea. The bush would start with the hand you offer it, then eat the rest of you as well. That hurt. That really hurt. Think of being stung by a 10-foot-long wasp. You think that would be a relief in comparison?
Yeah, that did a number on me. Oop.
That hurt.
I didn't even get a chance to click away.
You think...
Oh, what? I need better aim.
Well, doesn't seem to have any lasting effect on the bush.
You think I may find that the retro Twitch community is really great and mostly very sweet people are very nice and friendly? I absolutely agree. From what I've watched, I've really enjoyed the streams. It's just I tend not to watch a lot of streams because I work weird hours. So a lot of like the sort of North American streamers are streaming. I am asleep. The fireball sound effects are rad. They have like so much of the back end of this game is so good. Like, watch, I can fly. Weep. And down. And there's even a little bit of lighting effect on that. I never really paid attention to that before. Like, let me get into some sunlight. You see? So I'm in the shade. I'm in the sun. I'm in the shade. I'm in the sun. You did the programming for the Rusalka room? That's awesome. The Rusalka is one of the best storylines in it. That's why I decided to stick with being a paladin for this playthrough, because I feel bad when I don't get to complete her story.
No one seems...
I can't talk to the bush. Yeah, like I hadn't noticed that either. It's just like until I was standing here and I went up like, wait a minute. I'm very dark. And it's light. This game's so good. It's little things like that that really elevate a game. Like no one would have noticed if that hadn't been put in. But the fact that it was just so good. Oh, we fighting stuff. And chill. Now we're going to enact my favorite method of combat. Spamming rocks. So Quest for Glory 4, they accepted that adventure game players aren't necessarily going to be the fastest with the clip picking. So I have hands-free on this. And the game is actually just... Ooh. I am getting beat. Oh, no, I did it. From bunny to gold dragon. Yeah, this is a wyvern. Which...
You grab a handful...
I didn't want to grab a handful of rocks. I do want to take a poison cure. That's a healing. That's the poison cure. When my health bar across the top is bright green, that means I'm poisoned.
The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you should now be safe from poison. For a while.
Yeah. Also, let's take advantage of the fact that I'm a paladin.
You feel much better now.
Yeah, the animations are so good. Just, it didn't need to be. This is not directed at me, but I'm going to read it out anyways because it's a nice comment. AngstChild666, who is a programmer for this game. You guys really made something that stands the test of time. Got multiple real-life friends that have picked this game up and played through it, even though they never played back in the day. Yeah, because it's so good. So good. That when I've mentioned to real-life people, like, hey, I've started streaming and I'm playing the Quest for Glory games. Like, are you playing the vampire one? You need to play the vampire one. Henry, you did the programming for the combat. He was really into side combat. Yeah, I remember I got Interaction magazine back in the day, and I remember like the conversations, how it was inspired by Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I really had to convince the Coles to add it. Yeah, like it. Even though I personally use the strategy mode, playing back through the little. Where they had the little corner options for just clicking around. It was so easy to just spam whatever you wanted to do because you're always in range. It's just was almost a dice roll whether you'd hit or not. But even though I use the strategy mode on the combat in this game, it feels a lot more more of a game instead of just like, I guess I'll just slash forever until I win. But because there was a lot of stuff, like you had to click at the top left section to jump and things like I can't remember all of that. So I don't engage with it, but I love that it's there. And we continue wandering. Quest for Glory 4, best game in the series, and I'm very sad that it was followed by Quest for Glory 5. I'm sorry. It was just this game is perfection. Quest for Glory 5 was not. Oh, we have come down to the swamps. Yeah, spooky. Ah, and the music. So good. Okay. I am actually just going to have a little snoozle.
After some rest, you feel better.
Because using the Paladin healing spell uses up my stamina. And there's no stamina potions in this game. Only got them in 1 and 2. Oh, hey, there we go. We've got the Rusalka screen.
You have a strange, disquieting feeling along with a sense of sorrow, longing, and unfulfilled desires as you near the lake. The briny lake seems to draw you towards it.
Hello there. Could you help me?
And this is why this stream is rated mature.
Warm me.
No stamina potions, just Dr. Cranium telling you to do your cardio. Greet Lake Woman.
Why don't you come to my arms so that I can give you a real greeting?
I have jokes I could make, and I'm not going to, because when I'm not streaming, I'm also occasionally a children's performer. So I'm gonna be good. Gonna be good.
Surely a hero like you will help someone like me. Please, take my hand.
What else would you like me to take? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Someone else said that. It wasn't me.
I am the Rusalka. Please, take my hand and help me.
Well, are you going to throw a sword at me?
If you take
Women
my
in
hand,
lakes
I'll be happy to show
throwing
you what the lake is
swords. Yeah. You like bringing your flowers? I do have some.
like. If you take my arms, I'll be happy to talk to you about anything you'd like.
Also, the voice actress for her is very charming. I just like that. She's got a very soothing
You
voice.
ask what a nice girl like that is doing in a place like this.
It's so nice here in the water. Why don't you join me?
Let's give her some flowers.
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember.
That's not what you said at all. That didn't match at all. That's not quite as bad as Igor. We must get our revenge for Igor's death, or whatever it was that the one farmer said. Larry had to add black censored blocks in Quest for Glory 4 got away with this. Well, you see, because in Leisure Suit Larry, that's funny. This is you know what, I'll get back to you when I figure out what this is. This is also when I did the aforementioned giant project about Quest for Glory for my grade 7 class. The Rusalka and Shima's dance was one of the reasons why I had trouble doing research on the internet for these games in school. Like, okay, I have to be very careful what links I click on. Do you have other things to talk about now? Yeah.
It is lonely being a Rusalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him. Once he's drowned, he's not much company, I'm afraid. I've been a Rusalka for so long, I've forgotten. This lake is surrounded on 3 sides by steep mountains. To the southwest, it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water.
Like you. Nah, she's nice.
The swamp
She's just
is
cursed.
definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath.
Not like you.
Kind of sounds like my job description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am, so be careful.
Oh yeah,
out there.
I went into so much depth about, like, this was created with the SCI engine, which was used to actually create a text parser. A text parser is this. early little hyperfixation.
The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag
I wonder if I still have a copy of that anywhere.
Kind of sounds like my job description, doesn't it?
Oh.
Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am. So be careful out there.
Well, you see, video games are what we're allowed to do in the computer lab for exactly 1/2 hour once a week. But using only on Apple IIs. Jaden myself. Let's see. Let's ask about the forest.
I don't know much about the forest. I can't leave my lake, so I don't get around there much.
Why she's here.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I don't really know. I've been here for such a long
night,
time now.
Tajay.
I mean,
Thanks
it's
for
not
coming
like
to
I
visit
can
my
go
stream.
anywhere. I can't leave
I really
the
like
lake.
yours.
It's my job to drown anyone who comes to the lake. That's what being a Rizalka is all about.
Well, if it's your job, you should make sure. Oh, Angstchild, thanks for following. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I've actually exceeded my follower goal. I'm so happy. Thanks so much for coming out to watch my stream, everybody. I'm having such a good time.
I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than
Drisfarm, thank you so much for following as well.
I can't tell you much about it.
Oh my gosh. This is the most followers I've ever gotten in one stream, and I've been rated twice. This is nuts. This is nuts. I'm just, oh my gosh. Oh, and King Chad as well. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. This is the most followers I've ever gotten in one stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm really happy. Okay, oh gosh. Yeah, I've gotten distracted. I asked about the town. Okay, enough already. I'm gonna tell about myself.
I tell the Rusalka about some of your previous adventures.
Gee, you've done a lot to get rid of monsters and things. You don't think I'm some kind of monster, do you? I mean, just because I'm undead and drown people, you don't think I'm bad.
Well, she's not bad. She's just drawn that way.
Please, come visit me again sometime. It's nice to have a friend to talk to.
All right, say goodbye already. Okay. I'm having so much fun. Thanks for coming to play, guys. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I've been streaming for 3 hours. So this is also one of my longest streams. It's just I've gotten so wrapped up both in the game and in talking with all of you lovely people who have come by to visit. This has been so good. Yay. Let's see. What time is it? What time is it in game? It's 3 o'clock in real life. Ooh. I should probably get somewhere safe because it's almost nightfall and I am squishy. Oh gosh, how do I get to Iran? Oh gosh! Jump scare. I want to get to Irana's. I feel like it's up here. Nope, totally not.
Welcome again to the gates of the Castle Borgol. I hope that you've been enjoying your visit to Mordavia.
Yes, Winnie the Pooh, I have been. I'm still going to be polite because I'm a paladin, and I gotta be polite.
I am happy to know you're finding your way in Mordavia. I'm sure you will find this a most exciting place to visit.
Okay, bye.
Be careful in your travels. You never know what you may meet.
Just from you love this game. I love it too. This is my
luck,
favorite.
And may your feet move faster than the thing that chases you.
Thank you very much for that little toast. Oh. Okay. You know what? I'm almost back at the town. We'll go sleep in the inn. I usually like sleeping in Uranus because it's free. And also then I get all the dreams and stuff. If you haven't seen this game before, you'll have to keep on tuning into my streams to find out what the dreams are all about.
Ah, so you are back.
I am.
You have some garlic pheasant for supper.
Better than garlic peasant.
I do not gossip.
Yeah, it really is Winnie the Pooh. We actually looked that up on stream. I was like sitting there going like, I know this voice. I know this voice. Who is this voice?
The innkeeper nods at you.
Do, 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 do.
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Yeah, like this voice cast is stacked. Okay. I think I'm going to sleep until night, like midnight.
After some rest,
And then I'm going to go down to the main room.
You feel better.
Mind-blowing how much talent they got to work on this game. Absolutely. And it shows. It's such a good game. What time are we at? Early night. The night is young on day 3.
The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
Tough. I'm here anyways. Greet.
They all stare at you for a moment.
Do you guys have anything new to say?
You know, we don't get many strangers.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kind of suspicious of strangers, and I think I'm looking at one right now.
It does annoy me that they don't say what's on the actual speech bubble.
In our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
Strangers bring trouble.
Actually, the last stranger brought a jester's hat and a staff, but I still don't trust him.
Anything else you want to know, stranger?
Hired a well-connected casting agent, and games were entirely new for Hollywood types. They saw it as a new opportunity for their talent, so we got some sweet deals on top-class voice talent. Absolutely. If I recall correctly, King's Quest V was the first game that really had, the first Sierra game that had voice acting, and, it was all people from The Office. I know that Josh Mandel, who is the voice of King Graham, was, a programmer and designer, and, the voice of Cedric is also just someone from The Office. In the back of my brain, I know the name of the person and what he did, but that's just not there right now. But some of the voices, that's a pretty good performance. But some of them, beyond here is the cave. The voice of the wolf, you tried, buddy. I appreciate you trying, but ooh.
You know, there's another stranger in town besides...
Out of curiosity, do you happen to do any of the voices?
Let me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange.
Although that might be doxing yourself if you say...
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day.
Ooh! Credited in IMDb. Neat.
Yeah, and he tells jokes. At least I think he does.
Yeah, he says he's a real jester.
He dresses like Sonny Bono.
He acts like a gnome.
He is a gnome, Einstein.
Einstein is canon. to the Quest for Glory universe. That is very cool, Angst Child. Ask about the town.
The town of Mordavia is a very safe place to be, gotta tell you.
Oh, yeah. You got nothing to fear within the walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Jack Nicholson is also canon.
Monastery, you're gonna be
and Boris Karloff.
Did I mention the monastery door?
Oh, yeah, right. The monastery door. Look, as long as you don't go near the monastery door.
In fact, nowhere near the monastery. Don't even think about it.
You'll be perfectly safe in the town of Mordavia.
Two Jack Nicholsons walk into the Hotel Mordavia. How you guys doing?
Hey, look. There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, we're okay. We've been tested.
What?
Well, to tell you the truth, I do feel a cold sore coming on.
What were you tested for? Okay, so for those who come in a little later, I have played Quest for Glory 4 to death, but I haven't played with the voices. I had the disc version. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Hey, Mordavia nights are dangerous.
Oh, he's right, you know. Nobody goes out at night, except my girlfriend, but she's working.
Her and a few ghosts, and revenants, and wraith, and vampire or two.
Hold it, put it in park. There are no vampires
Put
in
in park?
Mordavia.
Vampires in Mordavia. Whoever heard of such nonsense?
I hate to burst your bubble, but my Uncle Fred was bitten by a vampire once.
Your Uncle Fred's alive and well and retired till Silmaria. Hello?
Yeah, I know him. He sends you a postcard every harvest time saying, "Where's my $20?"
Well, he had a miraculous recovery.
Like, these guys, they do very good performances, but the fact that they're not following the exact dialogue, like, that lost the Monty Python reference of, like, he turned me into a newt. I got better. Bye-bye.
They nod at you in response.
Okay. Gonna go sleep some more, because I want to get to
Unlock
midnight.
the door to your room and go in.
Oh, it's way out of sync. Like, a lot of it is just them improving and ad-libbing the lines. But when I first got in here, there's one that is just, it is the wrong line entirely. Like, yes, hello, welcome to Mordavia. Igor has been kidnapped. Like, what? I haven't even met Igor yet. Okay, so we are at the point where I can sleep until morning, but I'm not going to. I want to get to midnight. Whoops. What time is it? Okay. 60 minutes.
After some
I envy the hero being able to just, a lot of the time, just lie down and being able to fall asleep immediately. Wake up without an alarm clock.
Rest, you feel better.
Oh, so jealous. I think one more should do it.
After some rest, you feel better. You're getting tired.
Am I? Now that I've had some rest and I feel better? I know it's just the mechanism that it's midnight. Aha!
You have the feeling you are being watched.
You can read it.
Not many big people see Dove.
Oh, I love this voice.
Most not look. You something special. Maybe so?
Aw, I love him.
You hero? Mordavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much. Soon, plenty big hero.
My dad, to this day, calls any little, like, magical creature, like, in a movie or a show or anything, they're all domovoys. It doesn't matter, like, what type of creature it is, if it's, like, humanoid or not, they're all domovoys.
In where I am living, in Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad.
Aww.
Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy.
No.
Mordavia very, very sad.
No choppy streams.
Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic.
It might just be that I have been streaming so long, and quite frankly, my Wi-Fi is not the best. My last stream, Quest for Glory 3, my stream cut out just as I was in, like, the end game. I just fought the demon and completely lost all connection, so that was terrible. Luckily, I am a smart, and I was actually recording it separately, so the VOD of the whole thing is available on my YouTube channel. Links down below. See, I'm good at this. I know how to plug things.
Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk. Domovoy am I.
He's so
Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, do I. By big people Domovoy not seen. You stranger are. Maybe hero, maybe not.
Yes, hero.
Show myself to you I do. Speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Domovoy help. You Domovoy help.
Oh. You know what? I think in that case, I might finish out the so we're getting multiple comments that the stream is getting choppy, so I might just finish out the Domovoy questions, and I think that will be it for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming by. This has been amazing. This has been my best stream ever. Because Quest for Glory 4 is the best game ever.
Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out.
Alrighty. So, goodbye, Domovoy.
Maybe talk again. You come down other night. Maybe have much to say.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna save it as Domovoy. Domovoy. I can spell. Alrighty. And Alrighty. So I actually have people here. So let's find someone to raid. See if I can remember how to do this, because I looked it up at one point and I've never had enough people to bother with raiding anybody before. So do. Yay! Okay, I think I've successfully raided. So, thanks so much for watching. Let's go watch Metroid Hatchling. I don't usually do this from... Yay! Working on urine. All right, let's go watch that.